You see it every day, no matter where you go, you'll always see it. Graffiti, of course. May it be in a park, on the street, or even on cars. Is it good for the community, however? There's lots of graffiti that is pure vandalism, but there's a lot of beautiful pieces of art. Is graffiti an excuse to vandalize, or is it art? This is known as the Cave of Hands. It's located in southern Argentina and is believed to be between 9,000 to 13,000 years old. This is graffiti. This is how long it's existed for, and it's most likely older than that. Graffiti is a form of art. It's when someone would draw on a wall to create a painting. Most of the time, the council would ask the community what would they like to see on a big empty wall, one of the biggest being the Leaf mural. It was crafted by Tim Chalk and Paul Grime, along with the group Leaf Local History Project. They were asked to show Leaf's history through graffiti. The most recent community graffiti project was the Elf mural. This is Japanese inspired and was created to leave a unique mark on Leaf Walk. If there can be beautiful bits of graffiti like the Leaf mural and Elf mural, why does graffiti get a bad reputation? It's because of vandalism. There is so much ugly and hateful looking graffiti across the world, especially in Edinburgh. The graffiti that you're seeing now is all on one wall. This is why graffiti is illegal and why you will get fined. But it can get a lot worse than this. In May 2021, a local Swedish pub, Joseph Pierce, was vandalised with graffiti, saying "Go home." This was most likely a racist attack towards the pub being Swedish and the pub being owned by Swedish people. I managed to grab a quick interview with one of the owners of the pub to ask about what happened and ask about his views on graffiti after this event.
My name is Michael Stockson. I'm the Buddha Bar Groups. We operate bars and restaurants and events. As managing director, I basically has responsibility for the whole business operation, which is including everything from making sure we have marketing in place, staff in place, food in place, operate the business in a good way, basically. The atmosphere really is sort of home from home. It's living room feeling with good food. Food is Scandi, mainly Swedish influence. So it's everything from meatballs to salmon to Scandi stuff.
So can you tell us what happened last year with the graffiti incident?
Time from time we get graffiti. Last time we managed to catch it on camera, that time also, get graffiti on the wall. And of course for private business, quite expensive to take graffiti off the wall. So it's sort of two things. First, it looks not very good, it looks really bad, but then it's all the work it creates for and the cost. And that is the main thing around this. For them, they might be fun, but what they're actually doing is creating cost for a private landlord for nothing, really.
How do you feel about it? Because the graffiti did say "Go home." Someone who's Swedish, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, you can interpret it. We did a report to the police about that one specifically. We don't do that always, but we did a report to the police. And what we do, things that could be offensive to anyone, if it's me or if my staff or anything, we always have a policy to report it to police. And if we have on camera, they get filed. But you can't put too much negative energy into that. You do what you can do and that's it. The person who do it, you just hope that they learn from it and change in the future.
So, do you think there's always been some kind of discrimination against people who are from Sweden in the UK?
Not really. I think in that case it was probably around Brexit. It could probably have been to anyone. I think it was just in general against everyone. It happens to be us this time, could have been whoever. And the chap might have done it to other people also. We don't know. People can do stupid things. That happens, but you also have to take responsibility for it.
Where do you stand with graffiti? Do you think graffiti is an art form that people should try and be invested in, or do you think it's just an excuse to just vandalize?
I think it's too different to graffiti. I think tag graffiti, I think it's just about vandalizing. People just put tags in marketing or whatever they do. And then I think you have graffiti as an art form, but then you also have to make deals where you put it, and you should be able to put it where you're allowed to do it. If you want to do it in public space, you have a deal with the council. It's probably lots of different places the council will let you do it. But that just shows you take responsibility for it. If you just put it on private property, that will incur costs of up to thousands of pounds for that property owner to take that away. Short answer, in the right circumstances, yes.
Looking back at what Mike said about graffiti, it can be understandable why people think it's vandalism. It can be a tool for racism and any other acts of crime, and will cost a lot of money to get rid of. However, like he also said, it can be good for the community. It can make a street look beautiful and may inspire people to become artists. Graffiti can be vandalism, but at the end of the day, it is art.